That's a really great question. A lot of people want to know, like, I liked my visits before, is it going to be different? Is this going to be something I still like? Is this going to be hard to get used to? Is it going to seem like I'm in a big sterile bubble? So my friends, some leading practices and myself have developed a system so we can make sure that everyone's safe and still keep the core of what's important to everybody. And what we've come up with is something sort of like a space station approach, where we clean the air, sanitize the air, we clean the water, and we clean all surfaces, and we use extra protective barriers for people. And what that's done is just made us safer for everybody. And what we really looked for in this process was looking for kryptonite for viruses, and ozone and UVC light are incredible killers of viruses and bacteria. And it's things that we personally have used before, but not everybody has. But we've refined that, and we're really happy to be able to say we've gotten this better and better and better. So everybody's going to benefit from that. Well, air may be one of the most important things that we have to clean, because that's what we breathe, and the viruses seem to be transmitted that way. So what we've done is taken each section and broken it down to its own purification center, and we have an air sanitizing unit in each room and in each area. And so therefore it changes high volume airflow and sanitizes it with like a plasma technology like they use in space and places where they have to change the air over and clean it rapidly and effectively. And so each room is clean that way. The other thing we do is, in dentistry, people worry about things called aerosols, which means that things they would do get vaporized. And so we use ozone in the water, and so therefore it's like when people put pre-emergent stuff on their weeds, stuff doesn't grow. Well, ozone is like a pre-emergent in this case, because the bacteria attach to it and they immediately die, where the viruses do. So we're using different levels, but for the most part we're using air sanitation, using ozone, and then we use UVC light that we use at a couple times a day, where we leave the room, turn it on for 30 minutes, and sanitize the rooms with that as well. So it's a pretty safe place with air, and I'm looking forward to it because I used to get a lot of respiratory infections, and I bet I won't now. I'm looking forward to that. Well, surfaces are different than air. They can be rough, they can be smooth, they can be hard, they can be soft. So what we have to do is use different things. So we use like a triple pass. So one, we use ozone, and we use germicides that are CDC approved and go over with that. We also use UVC light. And UVC light has become really important for us and for progressive practices, because we find that it has a value to kill viruses and bacteria and pathogens, but it has no effect on people. And so that's really important, that it's all these things that we're using, like the ozone and UVC, are things that kill bugs but don't bother people, and there's no toxins. Yes, we will be doing temperature screenings. We've developed a curb to care type of process, where we're going to have a guide go out to the car, and they do COVID screening questions to make sure there's no symptoms the person's having. We're taking their temperature with one of the little infrared guns or infrared thermometers that you don't have to touch people with. And we also do that for every team member twice a day. So therefore we can make sure that the facility is safe as we can, that nobody's carrying the virus. It wasn't called COVID-19, but we have seen diseases and things like this that are very similar, that created the same type of mindset where people were very fearful, and we were wondering whether we're doing an adequate job of protecting everybody. There's like H1N1, AIDS, HIV, we have hepatitis C, TB, many diseases. And so in a dental office, most people may not think of it this way, but we have to assume everybody may be carrying something that may go to somebody else and not even know it. So we have to kind of do precautions all the time. But what this has allowed us to do with the four-way system is kind of raise the game, so that we can actually do a much better job, protect everyone even more. And in this case, I feel safer in my office than most places that I go. Perhaps the costs will be more in the beginning, because supply costs are so high, because everybody's trying to get the same thing. However, I think in the long run, I'm not going to say I think, I know it will be. In the long run, the cost would level out because that's become more available, the costs will go down, like all things do. So it's always going to be a cost benefit, cost safety thing. But in this case, where being wrong is so detrimental and can have horrible consequences, we have to go ahead and do the ultimate of what we can do. So in the long run, no, it will not cost more. And we've actually been able to develop some things that are going to be more cost effective and make other things cheaper. Well, cheaper wouldn't be the right word, but more cost effective would be things like virtual consults, where people don't have to come to the office, stay at home in the privacy of their own home, in comfort and safety and convenience, and then do it there, and it's less time for them, and it's more cost effective. Well, that's a really good question. It's one of the things I'm most excited and what energizes me the most, is that I believe that we need to take care of people equally as well as we provide dentistry. And I want to make it a very special moment that is remarkable and we're mindful for them. Patients, clients, you get paid to do something for them. Guests are people you want to wow, delight, and make happy. And so therefore we have been trained in that, like Southwest Airlines, Disney, Zappos, companies like that are masters in it. We put ourselves right up there that we want to give extraordinary world-class service and make it a super special event for anybody that comes in here. And it's fun. Well, COVID-19 has allowed us to have a chance to learn again something we probably always know, that even out of horrible events, that good things can happen. And I think long after this is over, this event is over, what we will remember the most is how we were treated and the things that we learned from it, not really the event itself. Well, thank you very much for letting me kind of share with you how you're going to be safe. I kind of look at this when I'm putting this together. You know, I want my grandchildren to be safe when they come into our office and be with us. And I think we all have that mindset. So you get the benefit from that mindset that it's going to be safe for everyone. And you can certainly feel safe coming to visit us. So please come and see us soon, because we really have missed you. Please call us at 410-876-2096, or you can visit our website at allsmilescare.com. And there's a lot of information there, and we can even do a virtual consult if you want.